Hey everyone, J-Rod Plays here. I know it's been a little while since I posted a hunt video, for those who subscribed to me back when I was doing originally hunt content before I posted any Destiny videos. And this is just the new event that's come up, so I figured I'd put some coverage up, maybe even make a guide for the event later on once I get a little bit more time. But this is going to be kind of me knocking the rust off, getting back into things with hunt. It's kind of one of those situations that you come in and you feel like you're brand new at the game because of just how difficult the game can be when you're not on point, your aim is not on point, you have to hit your very first shot. It's not a very forgiving game in general, but that's my favorite thing about hunt, and that's why hunt is so addictive, is just that rush you get whenever you're in PvP, and every shot matters and everything that you do matters, and there's not a lot of throwaway situations. Disengagements are a lot harder. So this is going to be me again, kind of trying to get back in the swing of things. Surprisingly, I was still pretty good considering my long absence away from the game since the last event, and hopefully you guys enjoy. I'm going to also provide a little bit of commentary. Normally I'm just kind of pure gameplay, but I figured let me post a little bit of commentary so you guys can kind of get an idea of what I'm thinking and what I'm kind of saying in the moment, usually to myself in my head, because I can't talk to my teammates. I don't usually run comms just because you can never know what some people are going to say or do sometimes, so I usually can turn comms off if I find out somebody's a little bit annoying in the beginning. So anyways, without further ado, here's my first clip. So I'm pretty sure I heard something here. And by the way, this whole game, one of these guys has just been pinging everything, like over and over again, to the point of just like annoyance. Some nice shots. Those are my first shots back in the game. Surprised I hit that first lead. It's really, really hard to hit a lead shot like that. Quick burn, of course, because no mercy. And here's the pinger. And of course, the zombie would attack me right when I'm throwing a grenade. That was close. That was real close. Thankfully that guy didn't see me on the left. Don't know how these shots were missing. So what I'm doing now is I'm just making it to the point where he can't really push us. Kind of forcing him to go upstairs or out the other door. You could tell I was pissed. That's right, I couldn't hear the guy. I couldn't hear his footsteps. Meanwhile, we're dealing with these guys, the bounty's getting away. First shot. He didn't calm down with the pings, by the way. Spoiler. So yeah, so after that, not a whole lot of action. We just went and scooped up the other bounty, extracted. This guy pinged his way out. He even tried to attack me at the end. I gave him a couple good shots, trying to decide if I really wanted to let him live or not. I don't normally do a team kill, but that guy, oh my god. That guy, I might have made an exception for him. But anyways, all in well. We got the kill, we got the bounty at the end, so be it. Nice first game. The second game, though, is going to be where it really matters, because now I've kind of got a little bit of time underneath me. I played a few games back and forth. Had games where I got killed right away, had games where I got early kills, and so now I feel like I'm ready to take on a couple of people. Well, I got more than a couple of people. Oh, also my teammates, they didn't do a whole lot, and as you'll see, they abandoned me pretty early, so don't do that. Don't be like these guys. If you die and somebody's still alive, just stick with it. Don't just be like, oh, whatever, there's 2 other teams, this guy's gonna die. You never know what'll happen. So I'm sneaking in now. I'm trying to just knock out this window so that I can see if anybody's, sticking in their head out their window. And of course, both of my teammates die instantly. I'm sure they're probably pissed seeing me running in, but it's like, bro. It's like, you put me in this position, what are y'all doing? And they left maybe because they thought I was going to die from that, but like, unless there's a poison trap, you're usually not going to die from that. Also, too, a lot of people know about this spot down here, which is nice. Somebody's dead. Yeah, that's another thing. There was just so much dynamite going off during this match. I don't know how I didn't get damaged. And it feels like, when you're listening, it feels like they're right next to me. But they're actually one above me, I think, still. Because every time I would peek through those little blinds there, I couldn't see anybody. Now somebody's going off with an explosive crossbow. Oh yeah, I tried to get this shot through the floor. Too bad I missed. That would have been a nice kill. And I normally hate just hanging out under the stairs like this, but again, I'm down just to myself. These 2 guys have already left the lobby, so there's no point in trying to sneak up to try to get a res or anything like that, because they're both no help. At the time, I thought I had maybe 1 person stay, but they were actually both gone at that point. I don't know, maybe they were like 2 people that knew each other, who knows. I don't know why you'd be queuing the trios like that. See, I had the advantage. That was the whole reason why I wanted to stay down. Somebody's coming around the corner, they're going to come right into my slugs. And just thankfully I hit a good body shot on him, a good upper torso. That was just so sad that I missed those.
Just the game we played. Nice, dude.
I was ready for him to run around the corner there. Looks like they rezzed the guy that I just attacked.
That's Springfield on the roof, 180.
I'm like, thanks for the calls out. Man, I swear I should have hit that with the pin.
That is unfortunate.
How did that not kill him? Just freaking robbery. It's okay though, serve that up to me. Got a nice tag. I'm like, alright, I gotta fall back, can't get too greedy. Thanks the doctor there. Guy dropped down. I did not expect them to be this aggressive though. They just keep doing me a favor, running into the angle that I'm holding. And I think what happened here, so as you can see that it's clear, I think somebody barrel killed himself. I couldn't find the body, but that's it. That was the whole fight. And so I was just like, oh my god, like, is this really over? Like, did I really just pull this off? All those grenades and all those explosives flying over my head. My two teammates bouncing early because they thought, of course, there's no way that he can pull this off. He walked over a trap, he's done. Yeah, so that's basically it. This is the fight. As you can see, I went over there and gave him a little parting gift, and man, like I was super annoyed again in the moment. This game can definitely be that annoying. I use that word a lot in these clips, and I just could not believe that they would just abandon me like that early, just because I'd hit a couple of traps. It's like, bro, come on, like it happens. I was rushing in there in the first place. It wasn't like I would have done that if they wouldn't have died. You know what I mean? Like if those guys weren't on the floor, of course I wouldn't just run through the door like that without looking. Normally I even hop, but again, that's just me being cold and not, you know, being in the mindset of hunt and just running in there. But again, I still lived. There was no poison trap. I was able to heal myself up. I had doctor anyway, so I wasn't too worried about that. So yeah, I mean, that's one of those situations where if you're that person, just give that guy a chance, you know, sit back and watch, and if you think they're that bad, they're going to die anyways while you're leaving early, at least wait until you see what happens, because as you can see, even in those situations that seem like they're super dire, they can be turned around just fine. So on to the next clip. So yeah, have you ever found yourself in a situation where you know for a fact that you're just absolutely screwed, but you just have to do whatever you can to try to fight your way out of it? You know, again, with the theme of getting these bad teammates, I do like playing solo, but the reason I like to also play with trios is just that one chance of maybe them getting a nice playoff and getting a res for you. I know that there's Necro, but lately people have been used to Necro, so I tried a couple matches on my own, and I did Necro and get like a kill, but then like I would have one person, for example, survive. And so, you know, it was just frustrating watching that situation play out. But as you can see here, it didn't go very well. And so I immediately hear somebody walking back there, and I tell my teammates, like, hey, this way. And I don't know if they were just slow to the fight or what, but I knew there was somebody back here. And then I saw this other team, and I'm like, well, shit. I was like, now I gotta stand and fight or I'm dead. I don't know how I got away from this, but look at this. I'm stuck behind this little tiny piece of cover. There's people on my right. My teammates, I don't know what he's doing. He's got their back, but he's not helping me. And not anymore, he doesn't. And so I think what ended up happening was the bounty team ends up pushing out from the compound and killing my teammate when he had his back to them. And I have this other team that's next to me shooting at me, and then I have this team behind me. And I'm hearing right now, I'm like, oh god, I'm hearing the other team come up right now, and I'm like, great. So now I have this team where I'm stuck behind this little tiny rock, and I have this team who is absolutely going to be coming up here. Ooh, and I try to make the most of it. I wish all my shots were like that. Unfortunately, I'm not Hornet. And that's how it ended. There's my low light there. So this is the final clip here. And what I'm doing is I'm actually setting up an ambush for a team. I was playing solo, just kind of running around farming and trying to get my challenges done for the week. And I said, you know, hey, you know what? I'm solo. I got Necro on this character. Let me just give it a shot. Let me see if I can snag this bounty from them. And they did exactly what I wanted. They actually ended up coming across the bridge. And I thought that I was going to be able to catch them on the bridge, maybe, and try to get a couple of good shots on them that way and see if they make mistakes, like jumping off the side toward me accidentally. But what happens is I ended up catching them in the compound, but it did lead to a nice little exciting clip here. I don't know how I didn't kill one of those two right away. They were so lucky. I knew he was going to get the res, but I was like, fuck. How he lived through this, goddamn resilience. I even got the reload off. If it wasn't for that aim punch, I would have got that kill too. Might have even turned it around, but again, it is what it is. So yeah, so that's just me kind of getting back into the hunt situation, trying to enjoy this new setup. As you can see, like I said, I got the resilience, tried to get back up again. Just didn't happen. I was like, alright, that's it. They're right on top of me. They're not going to let me out for another kill. So thanks very much for watching again. I appreciate you guys, especially if anybody who's like a Destiny fan happens to be watching this video just because you happen to enjoy my content. Thanks very much for sticking with me even in some of these videos that may not necessarily be your game, but they're fun to watch. And I'll see you guys in the next one.